How's it going, guys? My name is Zach with the Movie Castle, and today we're going to be taking a look at The Activated Man. This is from 2023, written and directed by Nicolas Gyeney, and stars Jamie Costa, Tony Todd, and Kane Hodder. Now, I saw this really early at a film festival, and looking around the festival, this is one that they were definitely trying to promote. There were posters everywhere, and in fact, they had all these little promotional things to give out, these little cards and stuff, and little QR codes to the trailer and everything. So it was one that I definitely knew I had to see and check it out, you know, see what everybody was making a big deal about. The really brief, non-spoilery version of the plot is you get this guy, and he's really sad because his dog had recently passed away. However, the spirit of the dog will wind up reaching out and making contact with him, but upon making contact with the spirit, his psychic powers become activated. He has a neighbor, Tony Todd, who is another psychic, and Tony Todd starts to show him the ropes of the psychic world. However, when you go out into this world, you may start to attract unwanted attention, and he soon starts to see the Fedora Man, the film's big scary creature, and on top of this, he has to come to terms with his own dark past in regards to his father, who is played by Kane Hodder. And overall, this was a fun little film, and I can definitely see the right type of audience latching onto it. The idea of ghost, you know, that's always something super interesting, and there's so many, you know, layers as to how the supernatural world works, how the ghosts work, and how psychics work, and it is something that pulls you in and gets you thinking and wanting to learn more about this world. And it kind of feels like a spiritual version of Scanners or The Dead Zone, and I know that the right type of people will get really big into this. And also, Tony Todd's character. Tony Todd's amazing, we all know that, and he plays this really cool mentor character. A lot of the movie is him guiding our lead into the spiritual world and explaining it to him, and if you're gonna have lots of talking and explanation, it's best if you get Tony Todd to do it. But that being said, there are some parts that are a little bit off. Like I said, the world is big and well developed, and I do like that. But there are times when we get a little too deep into this, and like we get to the ending and there's so many different technical things that have to be done. The movie at times can get a little technical, and at times it definitely is more concept-focused rather than character-focused. And every now and then, there'll be a line that's a little bit off. You know, like they're talking about important historical figures, and they'll talk about Jesus and then quickly start talking about John Lennon and Mr. Rogers, and I'm like, I don't think that transitioned as well as you think it did. We also get some of the special effects kind of looking like an early 2000s TV miniseries, like when they're doing psychic stuff and there's a big glowing orb around them. It looks a little bit cheesy, but at the same time kind of charming in that regard. And like the spirit of his dog looks to be a pre-bought asset that someone figured out how to turn to a glowy special effect. It's not terrible, especially if you do have a fondness for early 2000s TV stuff. It kind of reminded me of that, plus it being super technical as well. But one of the big highlights of the movie is the Fedora Man. Big, tall, scary, pale skin, big hat. He looks really cool. He looks like something out of the Conjuring universe, and he was a really fun addition, and when he shows up, it does get pretty creepy. I remember there's a pretty good jump scare early on that the theater definitely reacted to, and I think it was a fun moment. So, you look at the thing overall, Tony Todd's really cool, the Hat Man's really cool, and the world's really well thought out, but it does get a little technical at times, and that is going to be the biggest difference as to whether you like this movie or not, is how on board do you get with the technicalities. And some people are gonna walk away going, yeah, that was fine, but I can definitely see a certain crowd that get really interested in this, really latching on and really liking the movie. overall, I thought it was fun enough, and always good to see Tony Todd in something like this, and hey, a cool monster as well, so it's fun. Anyway though, to everyone who's watched so far, thank you for watching. To everyone who's liked and subscribed, thank you. You really are helping the channel out. I'll leave a relevant playlist on the bottom. If you guys want to see more, you can click here and see more. Anyway, have a good day. I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Relevant playlist on the bottom. Have a good day now.